Morning all. I'm down here at Wellington Point, gorgeous Wellington Point bridge behind me here. It's a beautiful day, to be honest. Bit fresh, bit cool. I think it's about 8 degrees centigrade, but the sun's out. It's nice in the sun, nice for it to be on your back. Today I'm going to go do something that a lot of people might find embarrassing, I suppose, to a degree, certainly for men anyway. I'm off to see a psychiatrist. Now, psychiatrists and psychologists are not the same, so if you're not familiar with the two, psychologists are well trained, of course, and they listen to various things, whereas a psychiatrist is a doctor that is also trained in psychological issues as well. One prescribes medication, the other does not. I do not expect to have any prescriptions that I will be taking. In fact, even if they're offered, I won't take them anyway. The last time I was prescribed medication for depression and anxiety, I really did want to, let's put it this way, get off this mortal coil, so to speak. It was not great. I actually think it made me worse. It was all supposedly to help me cope and deal with the pain. But in my case, I felt even more disconnected from reality, and I felt out of control. Now, it was interesting because I was going through my head on my walk down here. What's actually happened in the psychological department? So after my accident, I wasn't coping. I asked the doctor to have a referral to a psychologist. I went and did that 6 times to various doctors. In the end, I decided that I got sick of telling the same story over and over again, and I didn't have one consistent appointment from one psychologist to another. It was literally, I told the story 6 times. That's it. And I didn't get any value out of it at all. So it was a drain on the hip pocket and didn't do much for me. When I was under work cover, they decided that in order for me to cope, that better with the situation, that I should see a psychiatrist. I had an appointment with that individual that lasted at about 5 minutes, maybe even less, where he prescribed me medication, and like I said, I felt completely out of control and decided, no, this is not for me. My second encounter with a psychiatrist was an evaluation where I spent considerably more time going through doing various things and saying certain things. Did I get any value out of it? No. And the thing is, that's what I'm doing again today. Now, the reasons for doing it are complicated. They have everything to do with administration and legal, and nothing to do with me whatsoever as a human being. So, this brings me up to a point where this whole system for mental health is, in my opinion, a farce. It really is. We talk about getting people help and psychological help and all this sort of stuff, but when we do, we offer band-aids to cover arteries, and the consistency between one practitioner to another is so difficult. And in my particular instance, 6 psychologists, and not even getting any benefit out of it. It was just really quite appalling. Now, the reason for that, first one, the clinic closed down. Second one, the clinic moved. The fourth one, the psychologist retired. Like, why would you take on more patients if you're just going to retire anyway? It just got ridiculous. So I've had to face my challenges on my own. And I'm pretty sure most people do, and I'm pretty sure most men do in particular. Even when you ask for help, it's sort of superficial. So, look, I'm not knocking psychological help. I'm certainly not. Like I said, I requested it to begin with. I thought it was important to manage the process of the pain and what have you. In the end, I found very little value in it. And today is going to be a very expensive day, and I will get virtually no value out of it either. So I'm struggling with this a little bit, because I just see it like a money grab. I really do. And so much of the medical system that I've been involved in just feels like they're taking you for a ride, and that's not an individual thing. That's just seems to be the way it feels. So I'm not coping this morning because I don't know what to expect. Or that's not entirely true. I sort of do know what to expect, and the expectations are really low. But the cost is very high. Will I get out of it what I need to get out of it is the bit that is the question for me. It's like, well, I'm going to pay all this money just to resolve a legal issue, and in the end it's got nothing to do about me. There's no real net benefit. Anyway, that's where I am. I'm sure by the time I get to that appointment I'll be in the right frame of mind. It's partly why I've gone for a walk this morning as well. At least I'll clear my head a little bit, get this out into the open and go from there. But listen, if you are suffering psychologically, talk to your friends, talk to your family, reach out to others. If you wait for the medical system, especially if you're here in Australia, you could be waiting and not get anything out of it. Anyway, that's where I'm at, and I'll see you in the next one.